What if you're insufficient in your current self? What if you're a loser? Should they still accept you for who you are? Think your future life. Ask yourself, kaya ko bang makasama siya kahit maghirap kami? Can you be with someone that even though you're in the lowest point of your life, she or he would still be there? Can you choose that person over and over and over again? Can you choose her over and over and over again? No one is a loser. It's how you love and accept the real you. Beautiful. Very, very much well said. Show all your negative side. Diba kasi kung mahal ka, mahal ka. Exactly. The things I've experienced with love, relationships, experiences, observations, I do really feel like you have to really show your negative side. You cannot really. Hold on. I think my camera is switching a lot. So
a few moments later.
Show all your bad side, but I can be little dark when pushed. Maybe if I taught my partner not to press my button, then she would never have to see that side. This is the thing about relationships, right? When you say something like accept a person for who they are, and that person on the other end would have to have the thinking or the thought process of like,
well, this is my dark side, so you have to accept it whether you liked it or not.
It's not that. And that's the thing that I'm telling. That statement seems to be out of control. The meaning of it is very much exploited. Or exploited talaga. Everyone has some dark sides. Just depends on what kind of level it is. But you as a person, at least this is what I'm saying when it comes to your purpose in life. I don't know if you want to be a good person or I don't know, but I bet you all of you want to have a better life. And sometimes better life means better choices. And sometimes if you have an attitude, if you have a character, you shy away the people, the opportunity, because I don't think anyone that's in a good side of life would want to do something with you who are negative or super down. I do believe that sometimes those energy, you feel that if your life is not going the way you want it to be, then something that you're doing or some of your choices in life, you're not doing enough to put you where you want to be. There's something in there. And that's why I always wanted to push the word self-awareness, because you have to be self-aware.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't even know you're doing things unless you're aware or someone makes you aware and not scared to tell you the truth. And if some is being a piece of shit, I love that word, by the way. I've always said that, but I couldn't say that all the time. That's not okay for them to just be like, it's a bad part of me. Exactly. At least in my opinion. And I really do hope and have faith that a lot of people in this world have the same purpose or have the same feeling. All of us wants to be so-called good person. All of us at the end of the day wanted to make a difference in our own way. We wanted to be remembered as a piece of shit human being or something like that, right? In order to do that, you have to better yourself. And some things, if you know, this is very simple. This is so simple that a lot of people doesn't have, especially with couples, relationship doesn't have, is that sometimes, ano nga ulit yung nasa utak ko? So sometimes I just really feel like when it comes to being a couple, you are not trying to better yourself, your own. You're not trying to find ways to change things that wouldn't help the relationship. You know it doesn't help. You know it does affect badly on your partner. But because you are so into
She or he has to accept me for that.
even though if you change that, even just a little bit, turn it down or even a little bit, then both of you benefit. Then you become a good person. Then it would go on more and more. That's just what I think. I see. Are you saying that they should hide the reality of who they are until it's too late for the other person? Huh? See, this is the thing, the over-exaggerated. You're explaining something, but you think of it as an over-exaggeratedly, what if? This is the things or the conversations or the discussions that I really feel like, did I say that? Being an asshole is more fun. Correct me if I'm wrong. When it comes to being an asshole, my perspective of it is there's an asshole where it's playful, it's full of humor, and they're just being men who are kind of like cold, don't give a shit. But in the inside, they're really good people. And then they're assholes, the douches, the douchebags. You know what I'm saying? Am I correct to kind of like meaning for it for me? Sometimes I could be an asshole, I think. Each of us has our dark sides. It's up to us how we control it. Well said. There's always going to be a bad side of us. It's how much of it completes us as a person. Is it like 70% bad and 30% good? Then that's not good. Or is it 10% bad that I have to get or take? And then 90% is good. Agree, disagree, it's up to you guys.
Yeah.
But sometimes can you find someone or you've ever had in your entire lifetime, find someone that are just really, really innocent, pure, and they're so positive and they cannot think of any bad thing. Have you ever met someone like that? Bless their heart. I love them if they really felt that way. It's really nice. But sometimes it becomes so cringy to me. Because what's wrong with that? That's how I kind of view the world. There's really nothing good. There's always going to be a bad side. It's just the outcome of it. What if he's a nice guy? Then both of you got robbed and you discover that being nice is all he knows. He can't be an asshole to the robbers, meaning he can't be a protector. If that happens, that dude is not a dude.
Yeah.
Okay, let me say this. Okay, I'm gonna tell you one story of one incident. Okay, story time, guys. Story time. Glimpse of it. This is one of the greatest stories of my dating life. Multiple times happened to me, but I would date someone that are really, really into this person. He's so handsome. He has the body, everything. So, at an early age of dating, diba? I dated super early anyways. So there's one story. So I'm really into this guy. Like he's really handsome, like super handsome. I am really, really wanting to be his girlfriend. And then so we go to a club downtown Tokyo. It's kind of like a place where a lot of shady people go and there's a lot of young kids. So we kind of pass that. And the first thing he does when he saw these people, he left me and kind of avoid going past through these people without even telling me that he's going the other way around. So I'm walking past through these people while he walks far away from there. That's how he is I told you guys, he's a nice guy, handsome, everything. But it's not telling that he is a nice guy. That's not being a nice guy. That's just him being inconsiderate and thinking of himself first. I think he's just coward. Maybe he cared for his life or he's a coward dude. Exactly. Being coward, having self-confidence, it's just different for me. So it doesn't matter how handsome are you, how rich you are, or whatever qualities you have. If you're a coward, that's not a man for me. But sometimes I don't want things to be overblown when I said coward, meaning war freak. Like everyone fight. I'm going to fight you. I don't want that guy too. I want a very, very manly approach to things. They know when to act. They know when to just back out. They're so smart in doing things. So, those guys, pretty rare, but I have one. Diba? In defense of men, sometimes, as I've said earlier, true men for me knows when to fight, how to fight, and when to not fight. Or when you say coward, some men would probably say, I'm not coward, and then started fighting everyone. Well, that's kind of like ego boosting. Sometimes there are guys who wouldn't go into fights or who wouldn't go into these lengths of macho image because they are just smart. They're not coward, but it's case by case scenario. The good kind will push your buttons and mess with ya, but overall would try to help you. The bad kind are always mean and don't care. When you care for someone, really, really care, and you want that person to just do good things in their own life, even if with or without you, that is what you should look for a partner. Because not everyone have that. Realistically speaking, everyone uses everyone. But if you have a partner or if you found someone who do that to you, the good kind will push your buttons and mess with you, but overall would try to help you without saying the word. You just know they do because they're not jealous, they're not insecure, they're so stable of what they're into your life, and they will push you. They will criticize you, they'll push your buttons, they'll mess with you just so you can reach whatever you want in life. That's a good catch right there. So don't let them go away, get away, or whatever.
Yeah.
I see. What if the assholes are the actual brave ones? Yeah, there is good and bad assholes. When it comes to asshole, there's two meaning for it for me. The one asshole is when you look at your aunts or like grandpa, sometimes they'll be like,
Don't talk to me.
some type of like that. Like they don't want to be bothered by anyone type of asshole. But deep inside, they're really sensitive. They're really soft. And then there is this asshole, which the meaning of is like the real kind of like douchey, superficial and stuff like that. Those are the things that sometimes you have to go through life to understand more and more of yourself. And this is one of the things that I just really feel that sometimes it just makes me like sigh real deep. There are still people that just because of their age, their experiences, they would think they have it all, they've done it all, they know it all, and you can't do anything about it. That's why I love conversations. Conversations is how you know someone,
Yeah.
how they use words, how they say something. That's how you can understand or at least comprehend other people's thoughts. You'll be surprised of how your thought is different from mine. Things that you could think of that I probably wouldn't think of in a certain situations. And that's why I love conversations. When it comes to conversation or discussion, everyone wants to be right. And the thing is, what if there's no right and what if there's no wrong? Especially on certain topics, sometimes you overblown whatever discussion you want just because you want everyone to agree with you. Just because you want to feel like you know it all. Some part of me feels sorry and some part of me wanted to reach that self-awareness that I wouldn't end up like that. Because learning is really nice. It makes me a better person every day. It makes me reach those happiness that I'm pretty sure everyone wants to have. Life is a whole bubble of bothersome, but at least I would sneak in some reflections. What can I do to make my life happier? How am I gonna change my mental mindset on things so I wouldn't feel in a certain way? Those are the things that I really had so much passion to teach or at least share to every one of you, because I really feel like I'm good. I'm not saying this, and don't exaggerate what I'm saying. Happiness is really nice, but it doesn't mean there's no sadness that comes with it. It's a learning process. If my end is coming, I'm not going to regret, or I'm not going to say something like, I hope I did this, I hope I did that, because I feel like I did things my way. Like I really tried my best to be a better person, not just for me alone, but for people one that I care for. And the happiness I'm feeling right now, I want to share that to you guys. If I can reach these, definitely you can.